For our Rotary ABC of the day, I'm going to visit with you guys about the official Rotary flag. So an official flag was formally adopted by Rotary International at the 1929 convention in Dallas, Texas. The Rotary flag consists of a white field with the official wheel emblem emblazoned in gold in the center of the field. The four depressed spaces on the rim of the Rotary wheel are colored royal blue. The words Rotary and International printed at the top and bottom depressions on the wheel rim are also gold. The shaft and the hub and the keyway of the wheel are white. The first official Rotary flag reportedly was flown in Kansas City, Missouri in January 1915. In 1922, a small Rotary flag was carried over the South Pole by Admiral Richard Byrd, a member of the Rotary Club of Winchester, Virginia. 4 years later, the Admiral carried a Rotary flag in his expedition to the North Pole. Gil, do you have a flag with you to carry on the beach where you are? We could add to that legacy. I'm thinking. So anyway, it says the Rotary flag is always prominently displayed at the world headquarters, as well as at all conventions and official events of Rotary International. And we do have our flag, a flag, not the flag. Very cool. All right. So today our guest, and I think Melissa was sweet to bring Damon to us today. So we're going to have Mr. Damon Beirele, who is Precinct 2 Commissioner for Burnet County and the Treasurer for the Burnet County Chamber of Commerce. And he's going to get us grooving on what's going on around Burnet County. Thank you.
Stand here so Bill can see you. All right, thanks for having me. Yeah, I got the call to give a report on the Burnet Chamber of Commerce, but I'm sure I'll rabbit trail over all kinds of things Burnet. But I am a member of another Rotary Club here in the county, a little further to the north. So been a member since 2009, but I'm glad to be here this morning. So I've been on the Burnet Chamber of Commerce is actually at the root of my heart for service, if you will. That's the first organization I ever volunteered for. Started in 2007, and I've been president and then pretty much everything there, but certainly have a heart for the chamber and tourism for the whole area. The Burnet Chamber of Commerce, we just got a brand new executive director. Kim Winkler was our executive director since 2011, 2010. She's been there some time. She went to the Hill Country Children's Advocacy Center as their executive director. So they're very blessed to get her. And of course, we had to go on a search to find us a new executive director. We found Allison McKee. Allison comes from Georgetown Chamber of Commerce. She's been there for 10 years. So we're really looking forward to getting her in our Chamber of Commerce and start really, her focus is going to be on our membership, of course, and our chamber members. The Burnet Chamber of Commerce, similar to Marble Falls, we have in-house is the visitor center. So a lot of our visitor center stuff is focused around the Burnet Bluebonnet Festival and the Christmas Festival. We have our next event is the Christmas Festival coming up, and that's always the second Saturday in December on the square. There's 2 weeks of Main Street Bethlehem. If y'all don't know what that is, check that out. That's at the Baptist Church. It's right by HEB. We have Bethlehem right in the middle of Burnet, so we're proud to have that. And it's open 2 weekends a year. They are open this year. So if you want to go to that, I think they're going to online ticketing, but that just tells you a time to go. It's free. I think they're trying to alleviate the lines wrapping around. So that way you can just be like, I'm from 8 to 8:30 or whatever, and you can go and you don't have to stand in line. So we're going to take that and hopefully get folks to Burnet earlier, the second weekend, especially for the Christmas Festival, and tell them, y'all get here early. You don't have to wait in line. You can shop and explore the square and explore the vendors. So we're hoping to all work together, because Main Street Bethlehem brings in 2 weekends roughly 30,000 people through Burnet. And so we're excited about that opportunity. The Christmas Festival is already looking to be bigger than ever. Normally we have about 110 vendors. We already have 107. And we just put out the word that we need vendors. So the square in Burnet on December 10th is going to be pretty busy. We have a parade. We have music on the square. And I would invite you all to come, of course, to Burnet that day. And then our big flagship event is the Burnet Bluebonnet Festival, one of the largest festivals in Texas for a small town. It's our major fundraiser, of course, for the chamber. It funds our operation. And of course, who hasn't been to the Bluebonnet Festival? Maybe have y'all come to Burnet for the Bluebonnet Festival? I would hope you do. And it's always the second weekend in April, and it starts on Thursday night and goes through Sunday. We have carnival, 2 stages. One thing, I'm on the executive committee for the Bluebonnet Festival. Entertainment would be my forte, and I'm the fire putter outer for the whole weekend. So if anything goes wrong, they just call me and we fix it. So we've grown it over the 15 years that I've helped to 2 stages, 17 acts throughout the weekend on those stages. So those 2 things keep the Chamber of Commerce pretty busy and really active. This weekend in Burnet at Hidden River Ranch, which is a wedding venue up north of Burnet, like you're going to Lampasas, if y'all have ever seen a really nice entrance. If you hadn't been to Hidden River, it's just north of Midway. As you're going to Lampasas on the right, beautiful venue. The Rotary Club up there hosts the scholarship night where we raise money for the Hill Country Community Foundation. And we're going to have, we do have a few tickets left. If this intrigues you at all, I can probably get y'all in, but we're going to have dinner catered by the Mexican. Does anybody remember the Mexican? Yeah. So Max Cardenas is the president of our club. And of course, the Mexican is no longer in business. They own Bill's now. And but they're going to cook some Mexican favorites for us to enjoy that night. So we get to brag that the Mexican gets to come to Burnet for 1 weekend a year. And it's for our fundraiser. And so then we're going to have a live auction, silent auction, games, all the normal things you would find at a fundraiser. But then a uniqueness to our fundraiser is that our entertainment is going to be Pete's Dueling Piano Bar. So as soon as the auction's over, we're going to try to stay on time. Y'all know how those fundraisers can go, but we're going to try to stop right at 8 and then have a couple of hours of Pete's Dueling Piano Bar on stage. So we're pretty excited about the uniqueness of that fundraiser. That fundraiser spun off of Kerry Johnson's fundraiser that he started an endowment in memorial of his wife. And in 7 years, Kerry Johnson, the president of First State Bank, was able to raise $1 million to seed their endowment. They got done and they said, we're done. We've raised $1 million. We're going to, then take that and give scholarships every year after that. So the Rotary Club at Burnet didn't want that to go away. So we took his model and now we run with it. And so we know that we don't think we're going to raise $1 million in 7 years, but if we raise $1 million in 20 years, then we've still done a lot. So that's the next big event coming up in Burnet. As far as the chamber goes, that's pretty much what we're rocking and rolling doing, getting our new executive director in line. The city manager, the Burnet EDC, Economic Development Corporation, for those that may not know that acronym, the tourism at the chamber and our chamber are starting to meet bi-weekly about how we can start meshing together, because we're all working towards either promoting businesses, getting people to Burnet and giving them something to do, or even Burnet County, really. And so we're all starting to meet and really mesh our ideas so that way we're not possibly tugging away from one another. We can work together. I had a meeting yesterday with Christian Fletcher, the executive director of your EDC here in Marble Falls. And I'm sure if y'all know Christian, y'all are blessed to have someone like him running your EDC. He came from your chamber, went to your EDC, and he is phenomenal for Marble Falls. Met with them yesterday about some stuff going on with the convention center. And of course, that's rocking and rolling, and they're making some good headway on that. So between what Burnet and Marble Falls is doing and all the people coming to Burnet County, and if you don't know, they're coming, whether we like it or not, and they're going to keep coming and keep coming. And the growth in Burnet County is unprecedented, I guess you could say. So when people come here, we want them to shop local. We want them to support the local businesses. And that's what both of our chambers in both towns are doing a really good job of, I believe. What else? That's probably it about the chamber and stuff. I was afraid I wouldn't have 15 or 20 minutes to cover. But if y'all have any questions, I can answer those.
What's going on as far as real estate construction? Residential, commercial? Mostly
residential. And we do have our Burnet EDC has just opened up, broke ground on a commercial development. If you go through Burnet, it's on the left there between the as you're going into town right before the red light across from Galloway Hammond, they broke ground there. There's 13 acres in front of the airport. And so that's been the talk of the town. What's going on? What's going on? Well, currently right now, they're just building a road through there that'll take you from 281 over to Houston Clinton. And then that's going to be a 13-acre commercial development that the EDC owns, and they're going to market and sell those tracts for commercial development. And then as far as residential development out in the county, I can tell you Precinct 2 is my area. It's the largest area of the county, the most rural, but that's slowly starting to change. A lot of, it's kind of sad to say, but a lot of big ranches, when they go up for sale, developers are buying them, and they're buying them for a lot of money, and they're splitting them up as small as they can. And so I am proud to say that at the Commissioner's Court, that we don't just let them cut it up how they want to. I mean, they have to follow the rules, and of course, groundwater is always a big issue there. But there is a ton of lots coming online through, I talked to Herb Darling, our Development Services Coordinator or Director, and we develop on average 6,000 to 7,000 acres of land a year for Burnet County. And so that number is just going to go up as things happen. Of course, in Marble Falls, y'all got some pretty major dense development that's really out here, especially south of town. So I would say we're the same as Marble Falls area up there, just probably not as many numbers, but certainly hanging in there on numbers for sure. Anything else? County questions? I don't mind asking. One thing I'm doing now that I'm most proud of is that I'm the president of CASA, the board of directors. I don't know if they enjoyed that. You could ask Haley. But I've been on their board this is my 4th year, and moved up the ranks, if you will. So now I'm president of CASA. So I was talking to these guys this morning about Adoption Day. I think that's phenomenal that y'all do Adoption Day. Sadly, I've never made an Adoption Day. It's always on my calendar, but for some reason, I've just never made it up there. And of course, being with CASA and being adopted myself, anytime I've sat in on court, when I'm sitting in there, I have to go to the back of the room when they do adoptions because they just hit me different. So, yes, Leo. Say that again. Yes, of course I do. So CASA has a fundraiser coming up. We've got our golf tournament. It's going to be out at Delaware Springs. It's going to be the last Saturday in October the 30th. You can go to our website or our Facebook page right now and get registered up for a team. We nestled into that kind of Halloween weekend last year, just because that's what the golf course had, and with COVID and all that, and it was a huge success. We had more teams than we've ever had, and we raised a really good amount of money. So this year, we're going to keep it on that weekend. Delaware Springs, it'll be an 8:30 shotgun start. We're going to have silent auction out there. We'll have some raffle items, golf tournament, of course, let's play some golf while we're having fun. We'll serve you lunch. And then I know Brittany, our brand new executive director, whom we're super proud of, has ordered some golf towels, golf balls, golf tees, things like that, and some goodie bags. So it'll be a great fundraiser. We do expect it to sell out. I don't know why it wouldn't. It's going to fill up. So if you're a golfer or if you just want to come and hang out that day and maybe have a service project out there to throw some hands at CASA, that would be appreciated. And I'm sure we could use it.
Is there any kind of a visual website or form or anything like that we could?
Yes. So on Facebook, you can go to our CASA for the Highland Lakes page, or our website is casaforthehighlandlakes.com. And you can go anywhere in there and find them. And yeah. And next week, Kaylee will have paper things to hand out when she comes here for y'all to fill out.
I will. I will.
For those that like paper. Yeah. You guys have any questions? Gil, you just want to get to the beach? Got a fishing trip planned?
No, I wish I did. There was a dolphin out there a while ago, but I don't think we can eat him.
No.
Good to have you with us this morning.
No, thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you so much, David. Appreciate it.